creative living, utilizing today's technology with the best of the past to bring you innovative ideas and up-to-date information for creative lifestyles in today's active world. With your host, Sheryl Bordon.
Barbara, it's nice to have you here. And when you said you were going to show me how to create a rock wall, I thought, I don't know if that would be something I'd ever want to do or not. But now that I've seen how to do it, I'm already thinking of places I'd like to use this, because this is just as easy as either wallpapering or just painting. It's sort of a combination of both, isn't it?
It is. I haven't done too much wallpapering, but I know it's got to be easier because there's no measuring.
No measuring. Okay, I like that. And you have a video that showed how to do this, and when I was watching that, you also show how to do brick walls and stone walls, but this one I like. This is a rock wall.
It's a real decorative rock wall. Yeah.
And this is an example. We'll go ahead and show everybody so they'll know kind of what we're going to be doing on the fake wall that we have over here. But it actually looks so real. I think that's what surprised me, was when I saw how you take all these torn up pieces of paper. So after we paint, then we're going to show how to tear this up, if you will.
Okay.
Now we start just on what, butcher paper, just plain old paper?
Plain old craft paper that just bought at an art store, I guess. Just craft paper. It's kind of a nothing paper. And the painting of it takes zero skill, is what I say, because it really does. And what I'm going to do is...
This is just water. You're just putting water on there.
I have a tile sponge, which works great, and I have water, and I got my paper nice and wet.
It doesn't matter that this is all wrinkledy. And
oh, no. And then you just take some paint, and this is just flat latex wall paint, and I'm slapping it on here.
And you're using at least two tones. I guess you could
use at least two tones, and I like to use a high contrast.
Oh,
and I'm literally smearing it on. I mean, there is no skill here. I'm not looking at it.
I see. The wrinkles really what make it look like stone.
Yeah, but
okay, so
you just don't want to analyze this. You want to just paint it.
And you just keep moving.
And put it on and let it dry. Okay, we're going to hang that over the edge and let it dry.
Now,
and then
this is some examples. Let's show how you... No technique in tearing either.
No. I mean, these are some pieces, and I just...
And it's okay to have that white.
The white.
That makes it look like
cool.
Stone.
It adds an extra flavor to this, you know. So what I'm going to do is take my pieces.
And we said this is sort of a combination of painting and wallpapering. So
it's not the painting. And how hard was that?
No, I can do that.
I think so. We could have her.
So I assume you would start out with large pieces first, and then come back, and maybe if you want to make some smaller stones. Is that correct?
That's exactly how.
Or am I putting too much thought into it?
No, you're putting all sorts of common sense into it, which is what I like.
This is just straight. You don't thin this or do anything. You just paint it on.
I just got clear wallpaper adhesive. You know, you want the clear because it gets slopped all over the place. And take it and I just put it on the back. And if you have an edge, you can line it up on an edge, which just makes it a little bit easier. And then what do? I take one of these things, a plastic spreader, and just spread it out.
Now, if you do have ripples or bubbles, is that a problem?
Or if you don't get any glue underneath, just it's clear.
Mix it up.
It's just too easy. Okay, and then we're just going to take another piece. And then, you know, it's some people might, well, I don't know where to place it. Well, we're just going to take a lighter tone ripped piece of paper and a darker tone. And
so you could hold it up and say, oh, this is too close to the one that's already up there. So then you'd look through your torn paper and find one that's a contrast.
Exactly.
And I noticed that was all bent in, so that's no problem. You just smoothed out that edge.
Yeah, I just smoothed it out.
Okay.
It's kind of sloppy, but it comes out so clean and slick in the end. And it's kind of like putting a puzzle together. And you can see I'm overlapping, and that's no big deal. That's fine. And you just want to lay it down. And if you're getting a wrinkle, you might want to pull it up. I know.
Now, do you take a X-Acto knife or something where you want to like where that extends over there, how do you cut that? Just with scissors?
Well,
or
if
what?
this was in a real room, I would guess we'd be against a wall. And I would suggest that you do use the straight edges along the walls. It's a lot easier. Or when it's dry, you can use an X-Acto knife.
Okay,
and
just trim it off.
But
Oh, got so intrigued I was going to help you by doing some of these small pieces so you could show how to fill in some of the... I'll do that while you hang this next piece.
that's perfect. Okay.
Because I thought that was interesting, how you just tore little segments if it didn't quite come out like you wanted it on the big ones. Now, that one has no straight edge, so you're just going to... Well, yes, it does. It does have one straight
there is a
edge.
little one, but I'm not... Well, I guess I could utilize it. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together. You know, you can put it up. You know, it's movable.
And there's nothing wrong. I mean,
You can
there's
actually
no right or
rip it
wrong.
as you're doing it too.
Oh.
You know, I wouldn't mind having a little more white showing, so I'm just gonna.
Oh, on that
ooh,
raw.
I
on
like that.
piece.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna move it in
Oh, okay.
and just.
Yeah, I kind of like when you tear it to have the undercoat or the white showing through. It looks like a real stone that way.
Yeah, it gives it a little more interest.
Now these colors are interesting. The one I saw you do on the DVD was in gray tones.
Right.
Okay,
I
I've
thought this
got
would be a
this
little bit
small one ready. How would
bolder,
you use a
but
small piece?
Red is hot. There's a small piece, and you know, you just kind of play with it and see where you want to put it. It's like putting a puzzle together. Oh, let's just go down here.
Like contrast. Just find
Exactly. Just go for contrast.
So, how long after you had this stuff all painted, how long, like a typical 8-foot wall, say, how long would it take you to do this? Is it an all-day project for one wall, or?
Painting the paper goes really quickly because, you know, you saw how we did it. It's just slapping.
Yeah.
It's the only time I'm going to tell you just to slap it on and not worry about it.
Okay.
But that goes rather quickly. This is going to take a little more time than you think.
The placement. Okay, so we would assume you'd go through the whole wall and placing these. Now, what if you look up there, and is it okay that there's kind of a ridge up on the top of one of those? Or should we take a pin and try to poke that open? Or what do you do? Just, is it okay?
You mean this?
No, right there, a little farther down.
This.
Is that okay just to leave it like that? Or?
Well, some people do this and they give it a real wrinkly look. I don't exactly prefer that. I would just pop it and lay it down or go back over it and really just press it
Use
down.
that tool to press it down. Okay.
Use a lot
So
of
it's not
pressure.
like wallpaper where we do have to stick pins in and get the bubbles and things out. It's more free.
If it was completely dry, I would stick a pin in there. I might cut it and stick some glue underneath.
Put some extra glue in and then smear it
just
down.
repress it
and
down.
don't have to put a finish or anything. I mean, it's finished once you glue all this down.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, it's just as easy as you make it sound. So thank you so much for showing us how to make our own stone walls.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been fun.